Hello and welcome back to Coin Matters channel. We'll talk about what this surge in value means for Bitcoin, which has risen by more than 8% in the past day. Yet another group with a totally different agenda than the last is applying to create a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. Superior Sage Bush or Tree. Whoever is behind this, you will not suspect. Accounting error resulted in a $6.2 billion loss. No, you didn't misunderstand me at all. In his talk, Ripple's James Wallace will discuss the company's collaboration with CBDC and its newest partner, a central bank. The acts of the SEC towards Binance US will be discussed afterward. However, things are looking up for XRP in the near future. The leading pair on all exchanges, accounting for the lion's share of all transactions. I'll explain what's going on and what to expect next. For the past calendar year, this has been my constant drumbeat. In the past year to year and a half, I have been making accurate predictions about the future of XRP and the conclusion of this dispute. Let's immediately begin Bitcoin investment. Graphs could use a little morning comedy. $28,875. In the last day, the price has increased by 7.87%. One Bitcoin is currently worth $1,816. It has increased by 4.86% in the last day. The value of the US dollar has dropped below parity to 99 cents, but the value of a newly minted US dollar coin is $1. With a 2.18% increase, XRP is now at a record high price of $0.492. The current degree of resistance is quite strong at 0.495. The day prior, we talked about it, but just briefly. Everything was well for XRP up to the last minute, but I anticipate a significant increase in Bitcoin's market share today. As the value of Bitcoin increases, the value of some of these tokens will increase as well. As I've been asking you to do, continue to prioritize Bitcoin's market dominance. It's on the horizon. It was recently at 49% during the presentation. Lastly, this is it. I have been calling, to put it another way. 50 to 60. Here we will examine a percentage. Bitcoin's percentage in the market keeps rising. Keep in mind the two Bitcoin price targets of $42 and $42,000 before the summer ends. We plan to spend the night there. Check out the tweet in the link below. Put out the fire, thanks. What a fantastic piece of news. Come hang out with me on Discord later for some live AMA. Just click the links I've provided below. We'll be discussing XRP and the Lux Alliance in general during this gathering. There will be two major announcements tonight. These are something that you must not miss. There is no reason not to watch. Right now it is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The average length of one of these is 1 hour. Now we can have a live conversation together. Is there anything stopping you from bringing a lawsuit forward? You want to talk about XRP, its present price, and what the future may hold for it. You should focus on the base pair. You are on the hunt for XRP Ledger's crown jewel, its most exciting and perhaps game-changing NFT endeavor. Visit the Bitcoin support group on Discord. If Bitcoin breaks its trend line, it might continue rising to the $30,000 level. A weekly surge of around 10% in Bitcoin value suggests the market has ended its 2-month slump. Since Bitcoin seems to have broken through a trend line, it may soon be able to hit the 30,400 mark. The fact that the price was able to close above its 50-day moving average and above its previous local highs is a very bullish indicator, according to technical analysis. On Tuesday, they abruptly altered their strategy. The price activity over the past 2 months has confirmed the predicted downtrend breakout. The next target for the bulls is located between the April and May highs, or 29,400 to 30,400. This week, the market sentiment swung from gloomy to positive as spot Bitcoin ETFs flooded the scene. Some examples of investing firms are BlackRock, Fidelity, WisdomTree, and Invesco, but there are many others. Daily charts showing a breakout of a falling trend line indicate that the decline from April 14th's high of 31K has stopped and the larger bullish trend has restarted. Note the downward trend slowed about 25,200. The resolution of a flashback technical analysis pattern, signaled by Bitcoin's successful defense of the 25,200 price objective before breaking out, generates prospects for a surge that might exceed 37,000 people. I've been telling you about a target of $42,037 since January 42. Check it out. Just 87 billion years from now. The Bitcoin ETF application from WisdomTree has been submitted. Now, paperwork to launch Bitcoin ETFs has been submitted by WisdomTree, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Deutsche Bank. So, tell us, what do they know that we don't? What, exactly, is WisdomTree's identity? It was then revealed that RRE Ventures was a backer of theirs. The company was started by father and son team James and Jim Robertson. James, a former head honcho at American Express and J.P. Morgan, is currently on the board of directors for Interstellar. His son, Jim Robertson, serves on the board of directors at Ripple. Look at the photographs, if you would. Isn't this incredible? What an interesting turn of events. There's something baking in here. It's in the air and you can smell it. The scope is global. Don't dismiss these exchange-traded funds. One of them is bound to be accepted eventually. Then this craziness occurred. Pentagon officials blame an accounting error for a $6.2 billion overpayment to Ukraine. How confident are you that a large chunk of the accounting error benefited the Ukrainian oligarchs? Unbelievable. During the department's routine review of our implementation of Presidential Drawdown Authority for Ukraine, a number of inconsistencies in the valuation of equipment for Ukraine were discovered following some announcements earlier this year. The value of the equipment shipped to Ukraine from the United States was inflated because other valuation methods, such as services used or replacement costs, were used instead of net book value. As a result of this miscalculation, on March 31st the comptroller issued new recommendations that further elaborated on how to appropriately value equipment in conformity with the Financial Management Regulation and DoD policy. Our audit confirms the actual amounts for FY23 are $3.6 billion, FY22 is $2.6 billion, and the total for all years is $6.2 billion. None of our PDAs have been shrunk as a result of these valuation mistakes, and we have not been hindered in any way in our efforts to aid Ukraine. No change in U.S. or Ukrainian law is expected as a result of the Department of Defense's continued use of the retrieved PDA. Approval was given to continue funding for PDA. Oh, the hilarity. Whence does this originate? I needed to know just that. Whence does this originate? The defendant to whom I am indebted was recently interviewed by James Wallace, talking about the central bank's digital currencies. Without fail, a vital citation was left out. Cross-border payments are usually a key emphasis of the initiatives we are a part of, whether for remittances, commerce flow, or something else entirely. Learn more about it here. The Hong Kong Monetary Authority will introduce a new digital currency program next year. James Wallace's discovery Ripple claims that tokenized property and Web3 funding are compatible. It has been announced that XRP, the sixth largest cryptocurrency by market cap, would merge CBDCs and DeFi primitives. Ripple's James Wallace, VP of Central Bank Engagements and Central Bank Digital Currencies, recently discussed the company's collaboration with the Hong Kong Monetary Authority on a project to investigate a central bank digital currency-powered lending protocol supporting tokenized real estate as collateral with payments.com. As Wallace put it, the pieces of Web3 are starting to fit together. Tokenizing real estate and then borrowing money against it via a DeFi lending protocol is possible. He went on to say that we plan to play a part in bringing CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, into the Internet of Value. Many of the hundreds of applications Ripple received looked into alternative lending processes and explored ways to exploit the DeFi properties of cryptocurrency. The Central Bank Digital Currency Initiative Hackathon started in May of this year. The governments of Hong Kong, Montenegro, Australia, and India have all joined forces with Ripple. Du Palau, the newest recruit, has said, "I'm blanking on Colombia, folks. The ripples are starting to reach the average person." My faith in XRP's eventual success is bolstered by the fact that some of them are pegged to the local currency. Binance, US. Many of you already know what happened with Binance. SEC is launching an assault on them. Whether or not they are bound by this limitation is an issue worth discussing. They completely shut off trading in US dollars on their platform. They want us to find more stable funding sources before they visit, or at least to postpone their visit until they have a better idea of where to put their money. Binance, US will focus solely on cryptocurrency trading for the time being. Binance US is once again accepting withdrawals and instant USD deposits. What could the SEC's investigation against them possibly amount to, and why is it happening? Simply said, there isn't enough clearance to do so. They didn't know that. Binance US has no idea which cryptocurrencies are securities and which are not because the SEC has painted the whole crypto industry with the same brush. However, XRP will soon undergo a clearing. As opposed to using a token for authentication, Binance US will let you trade non-security tokens for USD if you have them. I can assure you that access to these markets will shortly become available. It also wouldn't shock me if Bittrex returned to the American market. Coinbase has decided to relist the XRP token. Our attorney has already made his case. When Binance.US re-enables XRP trading, what do you anticipate will happen? Ripple, XRP, will replace the US dollar, USD, as the default currency pair on several exchanges. To what end is this being done? For us, there are two main considerations. If your cryptocurrency can be instantly converted into US dollars, you won't need Bitcoin any longer. The price of XRP will surge as a result of the resulting influx of capital. Litecoin was once traded on these markets, back when Bitcoin and Ether were the only two assets available. Why did Litecoin's price go up? Investors favored Litecoin over Ethereum and Bitcoin because it offered faster transaction confirmation times at a lower cost. As a result, people would start with Litecoin before moving their money to another digital currency. Since these exchanges will need a stable pair, XRP will likely do the same. Their financial partners can then be persuaded that XRP is not a security under US law, thanks to this. The approval from the SEC has been obtained. And that will bring a flood of fresh money into the economy. Users will be able to select whether to convert their fiat currency into Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or XRP when all cryptocurrencies are treated equally. Since XRP is the quickest and least expensive asset, it will be their first choice. Everything is going according to plan at this point. You should remember that. Remember this. I'm curious as to where you heard that. This has been my sermon for the past calendar year. You should expect to see the XRP/USD pair listed on an exchange near you very soon. As always, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. Okay, bye for now.